Hello dear students, welcome back to the online class. In previous class I had taught about modern periodic table and some names of specific groups of modern periodic table, okay, and some periods that I have explained you, that I had given in the fifth video. Now in today's video, let's study about some specific groups of the periodic table. Okay, this is the last part of the chapter periodic table. So study of specific groups. Okay, so groups to be studied, you have to study about alkali metals. Alkali metals means I have already explained you, they occur in group 1 GROUP, group 1. Okay, next alkaline earth metals means group 2. Next halogens means group 17, and next inert gases, noble gases means group 18. So you have to study about the elements of group 1, okay, the elements of group 2, similarly group 17 and group 18. Now let me erase this. So let's discuss about, you make a note of this one properly, okay. So number A, let's study about alkali metals. Alkali metals, TALS metals, group 1. Example of alkali metals. First of all, you should know the example of alkali metals. First is lithium, Li means lithium, okay. Next sodium, Na, sodium. After that potassium is there, K is potassium, okay. Next you have rubidium, Rb, rubidium. After that cesium, Cs, capital C, small s, cesium. After that you have francium. In group 1, first element is hydrogen, but hydrogen is a non-metal, so we are talking about metals only, okay. So you have to skip hydrogen and then you have to write from sodium, potassium, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. First of all, you memorize this names of group 1 elements in sequence, okay. Lithium, next is sodium, next is potassium, after that rubidium, cesium, and ultimately francium comes, okay. So example is this. Now let's discuss some properties. Property number 1, their valency. Some properties, okay. Let me write like this. Properties of, let me make a heading. Properties of PROPERTIAS, properties of this group 1 elements. So number 1, valency. Their valency is always 1. Their valency is 1, okay. Next, number 2, their occurrence, OCCURANC, occurrence. These elements are highly reactive and they do not occur in free state, okay. They are highly, you write on that one, okay. They are highly reactive. Alkali metals are highly reactive and they do not occur in free state. So that is property number 2. Next, property number 3, third property is their nature. Their nature, what type of these elements are this group 1 elements, okay. They are soft elements, okay, and they can be cut with knife. They are soft and they can be cut with knife, so that you can write it here. Next, number 4, bonding, BONDING, bonding. So what type of bond do they form during a chemical reaction? So they form ionic or electrovalent bond. Ionic or ionic, ionic or electrovalent bond. So we have already discussed what is ionic bond and what is ionic bond or electrovalent bond in the previous chapter, okay. Ionic bond means the bond which is formed by complete transfer of one or more electrons from one atom to the other atom, okay. So they form electrovalent or ionic bond. Electrovalent and ionic, it is same, okay, they are synonymous. Number 5, ion formation. Ion formation, they form unipositive ions. Okay, they form unipositive ions. That means sodium, it loses one electron and it forms Na1 plus. This means uni means one positive class. Okay, so unipositive ions. Similarly, it follows with potassium also. One electron, it loses one electron and forms Ka1 plus. So it forms this alkali metals, they form unipositive ion. Okay, next you have to do, let me erase this. Next you have to do reaction with air. Number 6, number 7, it might be number 7. Reaction with air. Air means oxygen. When these metals react with oxygen, Na, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms sodium oxide, Na2O. Okay, Na2O, it forms sodium oxide, and this reaction is very much vigorous. So you have to balance here. Put 2 here, and put 2 here, and put 4 here. So this is how it gets balanced. 4 sodium, 2 to the 4 sodium. Next 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. Okay. Similarly, a similar type of reaction takes place with other elements also. Okay. So reaction with air or oxygen. Air means you can consider oxygen. Okay. So this group 1 metals, they react with oxygen to form their oxides, and the reaction is vigorous. The reaction takes place at very rapid rate. Okay. Next, reaction with water, H2O. Again, the reaction is vigorous. Okay. The sodium plus water, H2O, will give sodium hydroxide, NaOH, plus hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas gets evolved. Similarly, potassium, similar type of reaction takes place with potassium. Potassium plus water will be potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. This reaction is vigorous. Okay, the reaction is vigorous. So reaction with oxygen is done, reaction with water is done. Now next very important thing you should know is the color of their flame. Okay, very important. You note down this point number 8. Flame. Usually group 1 elements, they react with non-metals to form salt. Okay, and this color of the flame of those salt will be it gives some specific colors. Okay, for example, lithium, its salt gives crimson, CRIMPS1, crimson red color. Crimson red color. Okay, CRIMS1, crimson, CRIMS1, crimson red color. Okay, salt of lithium salt, when you burn when you burn in fire. Okay, so the color of the flame will be crimson red. Next, potassium. Potassium is it will be golden yellow, GOLDEN, golden yellow, YE yellow, LLOW, yellow. And next you have not potassium, it is sodium, Na. Okay, sodium gives golden yellow flame, and potassium, its salt gives lilac, LILAC, lilac color of the flame. Lilac means very extremely pale blue. Pale blue. Actually, pale blue means very light blue. Okay. So you should know the color of this three flames. Okay, flame of lithium, crimson red, flame of sodium golden yellow, and flame of potassium is lilac. Lilac is extremely pale blue. Otherwise, you can write simply pale blue. Blue is extremely pale. Okay. So 8 properties you should remember. So property number 1, I said the valency is 1. Okay. Property number 2, I said occurrence. They are very much reactive and they do not occur in free state. Okay. Property number 3, I said about what I said. Property number 3, I discussed about their nature. They are very soft. Okay, and they can be cut with knife. Property number 4, I discussed about what I said. Property number 4, bonding. They form electrovalent or ionic bond. That means they during a chemical reaction, transfer of electron takes place from this metal. Okay. Next, said bonding is done. Next, what I discussed. Point number 7. Point number 7, I discussed about reaction with oxygen. They react with oxygen to form oxide. Their oxide is okay. The reaction is very vigorous. Okay. Next, reaction with water. Again, the reaction is vigorous. They react with water to give hydroxide, metal hydroxide, and hydrogen gas. Okay, and ultimately I discussed about their flame colors. Lithium, it gives crimson red flame. Sodium gives golden yellow flame, and potassium gives a lilac flame. Lilac means pale blue. Okay. So you make proper note of these things. Okay, whatever I have explained, you make a proper note in next video. Otherwise, or in next class, I'll continue with next, what was there, group 2 elements or alkaline earth elements. Okay, thank you.